Second. Okay. Oh Lord. All right, let me let me start this speedrun. Jeez, bro. So funny. Anyway, okay, it really does make me laugh. Too funny. Pabu, why would they even send you a screenshot of that? Are they proud of it? I'm not quite sure, bro. Hopefully I don't lose too many games at the 100 elo range. Wait, you sent me some? Oh yes, I saw raids. I saw Fast Pro. Too funny. Hopefully we don't lose too many low elo games here, but we might. I guess we'll see how the... Oh, I'm still potentially winning 20 elos per game here. I thought it should have stabilized by now. Maybe I didn't play enough games. Whatever. If it goes up 20-ish, that's fine. Okay. They're either playing a Polish on purpose or they don't realize that's not a great move. Or they're just not realizing. I'm not quite sure. So we're just going to play a normal move and not think about it too much. So a3, maybe bishop b2. What I'll probably do as part of this slow run is when I play certain openings and I analyze at the end, I will use it as an excuse to try to get the correct moves for me. It may be a while before I have to overly think about it, but okay, so bishop b2. So maybe they have looked at this opening. Depends if they're a legit 100 or not. I'm not going to do anything weird. I'm going to allow them to take if they want, because this would not necessarily be great for them. So I'm actually going to make this move, which opens up the bishop and defends the knight this way. I don't think they're going to take. They might. Perk, that's funny, bro. We'll see what they're up to. Okay, so this is obviously not a wonderful move. Because they're moving the same piece more than once, kind of for no reason, really. This is a free pawn if I want it. I think I'll probably just take it and drop back. It's very common in the lower elos to kind of just blunder pawns. And, I will analyze after the games as well. I'm not sure how much analysis will be required for some of this stuff, but we'll see how we go. But I'm just going to talk through my thoughts and everything, so. Yes, not ideal in the opening to move a piece more than once. Especially when it wasn't really attacking something. But look, at 100 rating, I'm not sure everybody is quite aware. Alright, I'm going to develop my piece and attack their piece at the same time. Not much to it. Usually you want to develop your pieces before you move too many pawns, and, well, this is not a pawn, but before you move too many pawns, and especially before you move a piece more than once. So they've moved this 3 times now. They haven't really accomplished anything with it either. Now, some people might say, oh, like I should move this back, but there's actually no reason to. I may as well take some central space as well. Although maybe that's not even best. I could castle straight away. Like, it's winning position already. Like, it's quite good. I probably don't need to overthink it. I'll just take some central space. The only other consideration was maybe doing something else with this bishop. I have to decide which way I want to get the bishop out. I'm actually going to push this. I was considering a6 before. a6 in case I want to get the bishop there, and then a6 also to prevent in case they wanted to try to go like this. Okay. I will allow them to take my bishop if they want to. I don't think they will. They will. Okay, I'll take it. Okay, so it's probably a legit 100 elo, I think. Okay, so they're trying to attack my knight. This does also kind of happen in the lower ratings where people kind of push pawns to push things away. And it kind of does, unfortunately, delay the development even longer. So my knight's not really a threat there yet. I mean, maybe after bishop a4, like maybe it could have been threatening to win a queen, or not a queen, so it could have been threatening. I'm not going to do anything overly complicated. I'm just going to castle. I mean, visually speaking, you can see how this is better for black, besides the fact that I'm up 3 points of material. Yeah, so rook for a bishop. I mean, you can sack a rook for a bishop many times, but in this position, it, doesn't really make much sense. But, they're 100 and they haven't done anything that I would expect differently from 100. They know how the pieces move, so that's great. Hello, Pantstance. How are you? How you doing? Okay, so this is more of a common blunder that I would expect from a 100 is moving a piece towards my to my side of the board, but not seeing that a pawn can take it. So I will simply take the piece. Okay, in this case, I don't need to double check so badly. Usually, even before you take a piece that you believe is free, you still want to double check, but here I'm just going to capture this. I don't really see any threats because they have one piece that's developed and it's actually blocked by their own pawn, so that's not great either. They're attacking my rook. Funny thing is I could actually ignore it and I would still be winning if they took it, but I'm not going to give them anything for the sake of it, so I will just move my rook. Keep it pretty simple. So probably the biggest thing I would say that this specific player could work on is not moving the same piece that many times, because they have moved this like a lot of times. They've moved this like 4 or 5 times already, this bishop. Okay, I'm probably going to go here just to get this out, and I might just try to bring this piece in and attempt to go for a little cheeky mate. I could just take the pawn, it is a free pawn. After the bishop goes there, I could probably just go there. You know what, let's just go for this. Let's see if they attack my... I kind of get the feeling they may just attack the rook again. What elo am I? These are my elos. Pantstance. Okay, so they actually, unfortunately, have hung the bishop for nothing. Oh, they hung the queen too. I almost missed that. I'll take the queen. When people start out, they don't always see what's attacking certain squares, but you have to get used to the game by just moving pieces. So I know it feels kind of bad for me that I'm just taking all their pieces, but they will very likely, very quickly learn how to move pieces and not blunder pieces in one move. All right, I'm going to go here, which sets up a mate in 2. So I'm going to go here, and if they do anything other than something like this, it will be setting up a mate in a few moves. Well, actually, there's the bishop goes back. I'm going to do this anyway. We will see. Back rank here obviously is not a mate yet, but now the knight will be cutting off this square. So if they do anything over here, with anything there, even this move will not do anything because it will still be taking away the square and the square. This would then be a mate in 2. That's a good move. I could sack the queen. It's a bit tricky. No, I actually don't need to sack the queen. I don't need to do anything cheeky. I could just go here and develop slowly. No point being sneaky. They may see what I'm up to, they may not. Okay, this is not a mate, but it is a free bishop. I will take it. Okay. I'm not sure what the quickest mate is. I might just move this knight. No, they go out that way. I probably don't need to overcomplicate this either. I'm just going to bring this knight this way, and I might just attack this way. We'll see. It's obviously very losing for white. I assume the first few games will probably take a little bit of a little restraint not to do anything silly by me. All right, let's have a look at the actual game. All right, so they went b4, which in itself is not necessarily a bad move. It is an opening. It's the Polish opening. And bishop e2 is also Polish opening. So that's why I was thinking that maybe they knew what they were doing. e6 already right away is attacking the pawn. I don't really know the Polish very well, so I'm not going to pretend that I do. But this does kind of happen sometimes in the Polish, where people kind of forget about their pawn. Here is obviously the first mistake by white, though, because they did move this the bishop right away. Usually you want to something like a3, just protect the pawn, and then afterwards you might continue with like a, knight f3, bishop there or something. I don't actually, to be honest, I'm not sure the best way to develop for white. Or maybe this, get the bishop out some way, attack this way, I don't even know. Well, not there. Anyway, you don't want to be moving this bishop straight away again. There's probably not too much to analyze here, but if anybody has any questions, they can let me know. Here I took the pawn, and then they did once again. Sorry, they pushed a4. a4 in itself also not horrible, but probably better off just developing another piece. Like, I'm not attacking anything now. They should probably just get another piece out, and then try to get the bishop out somehow, or this way, and then castle. Even when you blunder a pawn, you should probably prioritize the important things like development. So here they did push the pawn. I just continued developing. They dropped back again. Also unnecessary. Although at this stage, I am attacking the bishop, so maybe it makes sense. I thought maybe they'd do something else. Like, they could have gone here. So I probably I would have gone here. Basically saying that if you want to take my bishop, I'm going to take back. But maybe it's not great. But you can see the advantage of just mounting. It's already -2 here, and I'm only up a pawn, but the activity of my pieces is pretty big. They did take this. So I assume this is pretty straightforward for most of you guys to understand why this is very winning. Here, this is common. People miss captures by pawns in the lower ranges, lower elos, and yes, that happened. I just took. Not much to it. And then here I was just saying, even though I'm up a lot of material, I don't need to give them anything, so still gonna just make sure I see what they're up to. Just play it accurately and just, move the rook over. And then here, obviously, once again, unfortunately, they didn't see the recapture. I guess lateral attacking is also maybe commonly missed. I'm not quite sure. Just took it. This is attacking threatening a checkmate, because let's just say they go something like this. It's not as obvious, I think, in the beginning why this is a checkmate. It's one of those things where it's like an invisible kind of blockade, but the king has no exit square if I end up on the back rank here. So you can see the king actually has no squares. It has no way to block it. The only way to block would be with the bishop, and then from there, pretty much just take it. So yes, pretty straightforward. They did make a few extra moves, but it's just really clean up at that stage. Here I just, take that. And all right, I actually considered this originally, because if they take, I go here, and then I'm just winning this guy too, and it's going to end up in a mate shortly as well, like this. It will all be a mate shortly, probably here or something. Basically, the king has pretty much no squares almost. Let's go here. I think this is a mate incoming. Oh, no. Well, whatever. Oh, mate in 3. What is it, this? It's not even that. What's the mate in 3? Here? Mate in 4. Okay. I don't know what the mate in 3 is. Is it this? Yeah, probably this and this. Okay. Anyway, it was a pretty simple game, relatively. I'll play another one. I probably will, until people ask anything, if anybody is not sure about anything I'm doing, let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably go through the first few games. I assume relatively, not quickly, but I don't think as much analysis is required at the 100 ELO range.